Yo, what's going on YouTube family? Gabriel Sey, aka The Truth, here with Mr. Team Bodybuilder making them gains.
The little beast.
The little beast. I asked Jordan just before we started this to write down some questions and I'm gonna answer them right now. I've also got my Snap Gang. Snap Gang came through strong as well to send through questions and we're gonna be answering them as well. So, what you got for me, man? What you got for me? You wanna make them games?
I won't make them games, bro.
Okay.
Hey, listen. Listen, player.
All right.
I got one question for you.
All right, okay.
These
All right.
motherfuckers.
All right. You motherfuckers.
I love that, man. Alright, cool. No, serious. No. Come on. Hey, yo, fam.
Okay.
What's a macro, though?
Alright, macros. You have all these online coaches saying, I do macro coaching. But some people don't even know what macros are. Alright, so macros are basically your basic nutrients. Things that you need to survive. Survival of the fittest. Survival of gains.
Survival of the ash.
They're not ash, I cleaned my hands.
What specifically for this video? So
I did.
Cuss you out?
I did. Macros are protein, carbs, and fats. Proteins are like meats and stuff like that. If you're vegan and all that kind of stuff, you can get protein from
Soy! I want soy!
From soy, legumes, beans, all that kind of stuff. And then carbohydrates are your rice, potatoes, that kind of thing.
Beans, potatoes, correct. Sorry.
But then even the carbs can come from the vegetables as well, like the legumes.
What are legumes, man?
Do you know the little legumes? The green legumes. No? Legumes?
Yeah.
Can you say legumes?
Yeah.
Okay. And then your fats are like the oils, nuts and that type of stuff. A lot of foods will have a mix of different things, like protein, carbs and fats, but there will be one more dominant than the other. You need all three.
What's bulking, shredding, and how do you do it healthy? Because like I know people that do them dirty bulks and all that crap, and then they get really fat, they get ugly, get pimples, and then they start complaining.
Alright, so bulking and shredding and all that kind of stuff. I say when you're like, okay, so let's take Ronin. I'm gonna put his picture on the screen, like here.
My friend, by the way.
Yeah. So Jordan's friend Ronin, he was in the True Beast promo stuff.
He's lean.
He's like lean. Like he reminds me of myself when I was younger. Like I couldn't put on
young,
weight
short, ashy.
You do realize you just brushed him too.
I'm sorry.
On camera.
It's Ronin, bro.
So like, I was always skinny, short, that kind of thing, and you know I did have ashy knees, very ashy.
I saw the picture.
I don't know why I do this to myself sometimes. Because there's enough comment. Anyway, so yeah, Ronin is very similar to me, my build and that kind of thing. It's very hard to put on fat, body fat. So for someone in his situation, I would constantly have him in a surplus of calories, surplus above. So you want to be above your maintenance calories. Your maintenance is kind of like what you need to live on, the basic fuel you need.
Like celery. You just said it.
What?
It's actually a good fact. Like for all the people that don't know, like celery can kill you.
Okay. Fun fact, baby, fun fact.
I swear to God, if me and you were peers,
with someone in that situation, I would never have them in a calorie deficit to cut. Because at that age, all you'll do is you'll just stunt your growth. But if you see a lot of the bodybuilders, like the new age of like physique and bodybuilding,
short.
Yeah, they're all short because they started shredding from such a young age, and that's what stunts your growth. Lifting weights doesn't stunt your growth.
I'm 5'11", by the way.
I'm 5'10" and 3/4.
I'm taller than him.
Yeah, 5'4".
He's tiny.
Anyway, but then okay, so then someone in Jordan's position, it's like I hate the whole bulking and shredding thing from such a young age, because I think it takes away from the fact that you just need to lift weight
and enjoy gym.
Yeah, it's like you start focusing so heavily on flipping macros and stuff like that you lose sight of the fact that gym is meant to be fun
and a stress reliever and like escapism and sorts.
Exactly. Just eat sensibly
and make sure you have friends. Friends are key.
Yeah,
they make sure like gym flows. Brother Ronan, shout out, don't know. Ronan's helped me a lot. Gabriel's helped me a lot. Like generally, I was much bigger than this. Much bigger.
How much you lost so far?
Alright, so right now, actually we can do a weigh-in, you know, because I haven't weighed myself in.
Alright, so we're gonna do a weigh-in after, and then I'm gonna put it on the screen.
I was prior 133.5 kg.
Okay.
Which is obese. I was getting fat, like real fat.
So I mean, the main thing is just like in that situation, just eat better, because all that's happened, you've got to that point because you've eaten too much for too long. So then it's just eating better and being more conscious about what you're eating and that kind of thing, and not overeating, and making sure that, you know, you're just fueling yourself for what you need to do, not over fueling. So I hate the terms bulking and cutting. I don't think you should bulk or cut until at least 3 to 5 years after lifting.
When you get that man strong.
Yeah, when you get you build a solid foundation. Now is the time to build muscle. Just eat well and just smash the weights, and you'll find that that's all he's been doing, and the weight is dropping off because he's burning more energy than he's taking in, but he's not eating too much and getting strong. And there's a ghost in the house.
Is that Doppy?
Poltergeist.
Oh no,
Charlie. I am scared, mommy.
What the fuck is going on? From what I've seen and from what I've done myself personally, please explain that supplements are not needed to lose weight and gain like mass and stuff like that.
Alright, so I've said this in so many videos, I've actually lost count. Supplements are not needed. Supplements are a supplement to your diet. Like the name says it. It's like when people bounce deadlifts. It's called a deadlift for a reason. You lift in dead weight. The key is in the name. If you watch my last full day of eating video, lean gains, I have, I think, 3 shakes during the day because I'm at the gym. I don't feel hungry to eat, but I need to have calories. So I'll drink it. So I have a post-workout shake. That's supplementing something that I know I need to have, like rather than wait until I get home, not feeling hungry, then not eating. Do you get what I'm saying?
But of course.
Exactly. So it's like you don't need the supplements. Some of them just aid in certain things, but pretty much everything you can get in food. ZMA you can get in food. Fish oils, kind of says it in the name. But
the oils of fish,
yeah.
For the guys that...
But sometimes you might not eat specific things. So then you do need to supplement it. The thing with like greens and vegetables, the amount of like vitamins and stuff in spinach especially. Spinach, I
hate spinach, you know. Like it messes with my teeth. Is it just me that when you eat spinach,
it makes your... Do you have any water?
I got kind of
You got any Vaseline? Well, like the way that they produce those now, it's been shown that over the last 50 years, the amount of actual nutrition in spinach and broccoli now is like less than half. So in those type of situations, I'd be like, yeah, supplement it. But it's not needed. You don't have to have it. I've done preps for bodybuilding shows that I haven't had any supplements. Then I've done one where it was quite heavy on supplements because I didn't have time to cook. Yes? What's your question?
It's not a question, I'm saying something. Oh. Anyway, no, but it's true because I'm not saying that I've been banging gym, I can really be telling people anything. However, I can say that I must have called Gabriel one time in like the middle of the night saying, Gabriel, what do I need? Is it creatine? Is it protein shakes? Is it this? Is it that? On my life, I bought all that. The box is still in my house. Everything is still full. Like, I still have 90 tablets of creatine. I still have packs of protein powder. In my head, I'm like, bro, Jordan, you don't need it.
I still have the issue where I'm like, shit, I haven't prepped my food. Instead of eating chicken and rice, I could have a protein shake and rice cakes. That's supplementing something that you're gonna eat anyway.
Supplement.
So yeah, on to the Snapchat questions. So we got a video first.
Asked, what would I do if I'm attempting to do like a lean bulk? Like, what should I eat? How should I, just everything concerning that. Thank you.
Alright, so this is it Ikem? Is that how you pronounce that?
Yes, Akeem Lewis.
Okay, so looking at your video, looking at like your shoulders and stuff, you look like you've got quite a slim build. You don't really need to worry about a lean bulk unless you've got like there's some people who are skinny fat, so like a little stomach as well. If that's the case, then yeah, you want to try and keep as much fat off as possible. But if you're that lean and you look quite young as well, you just eat and lift, eat and lift. That's it. That's all I would focus on, is like just get the calories in, get the calories in, get the calories in, and go beast mode in the gym. None of this half-hours 15 reps thing. No, go ham. Like you want to go as heavy as possible for each rep.
You want to go sleep after you finished.
Yeah. So obviously you're not going to go in and do like 1 rep maxes, but you might do 12 reps. And you want to be, you don't want to be failing, but you want to be hitting 12 knowing that you've got maybe 1 or 2 struggle reps in the tank. That's going to your max for that rep range, and that's what you want to do all the time, unless you're programmed for like powerlifting and stuff, which is slightly different. Yeah, I would say don't focus too much on the lean bulk. Me now, as a advanced lifter, now I can start looking at that, because you know I find it hard to put on body fat still to this day.
Well, you're naturally lean. Your genetics just says no.
Exactly. So I mean, if someone is looking to do a lean bulk, you find your maintenance calories and you increase it by maybe 200, so not too much, rather than some people put it up by 1,500 or whatever, and then they go dirty bulk. You want to increase it a little bit, so then you want to see your strength go up slowly. As long as your strength is going up, then you're doing the right thing, if you get what I'm saying. How much protein shakes should we teens be eating per day to make continuous progression, and what good protein sources would you advise? Okay, so this goes direct to our last question. Don't emphasize on protein shakes, concentrate on food, because protein shakes aren't okay. So let's put it this way: 1 scoop of whey protein is the same as 100 grams of chicken breast.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Real talk?
Yeah.
I'd rather eat chicken, man.
And this is the thing. When I have the time to eat, I prefer to eat, because you drink the shake and most of the time I'm hungry. But the fact that you've chewed and stuff like that, and you've...
Fam, you just messed me up. Oh my god! Oh!
It's the same. It's like, I think 1 scoop of whey is like about 25 grams of protein. And then 100 grams of chicken breast is about the same. It's the same thing. So when you're looking at it, you're not looking at it as, oh, this is going to be some magic thing because Phil Heath is steroided up and he's holding the thing, and oh, I'm going to get it because he has it. No, it's because you might not have time to eat chicken breast. Maybe you work in an office and they don't like food in the office, but you need to get your nutrition in. Do you see what I'm saying? These are where you start supplementing things in.
It's really the last resort.
And then good protein sources would you advise? Right.
Food, bro. Steak,
chicken,
fish.
Yeah, fish.
Anything that's living.
Beans. Even the vegetarian stuff is good. The beans, legumes, and all that kind of stuff. Kidney beans is a big one as well.
Legumes, yeah.
But there's a lot of protein sources, and it's not looking at it so rigidly.
Legit, go on the internet, type in good protein sources, you'll get the same thing.
You know, like some people don't like cheese, some people don't like yogurt, some people like Greek yogurt. I love it, but some people hate it. Some people can't eat dairy, so it's all dependent on the person. T-Con X is a surplus needed to build muscle. Yes, that was easy. So going above your maintenance calories. Actually, if you're in a slight deficit, and you've got body fat to shed, especially in the early stages, your teen stages, you will burn body fat whilst you're building muscle. When you get to my old age, it then becomes...
Legit 3 grey hairs.
Like... Yeah. It's good luck though, it's good luck. They told me that in the barbers.
Yeah, just like it was eating a hairline.
It hasn't actually receded that much. Alright, Diveth Tupac. A tip on how to stay on track with your meals, meaning how to eat lots of calories in a long amount of time off season. That's all down to your motivation. That's nothing that I can say, hey, do this, and then you'll be like, okay.
However, you can give them a motivation.
Yeah, so watch my videos. Follow my Insta.
Follow my Snap.
So yeah, it's down to your own motivation. If I'm not in the mood and I'm not in the right headspace to cut down for a show, I'm not going to do it. People keep asking me, oh, Gabe, when are you stepping on stage again? Never, because I don't feel like it right now. So it's all down to your own motivation.
Oh,
But,
oh, that hurts.
And just think about your end goal constantly. That's one motivational tip. It comes from L something. Number one meal before, huh? Number one meal for after a massive leg session.
Just eat.
This is what frustrates me. It's like people want this to happen. They'll be like, "Hey Jordan, this is the food. This is the food that you need. You need to eat this. This is number one. It has everything that you need for you to grow." It doesn't come like this.
I can answer this question. Yeah. You go to the gym. You finish the gym. You are hungry. You know what you can and you cannot eat. So you eat accordingly. So you say, Jordan's hungry. Jordan wants meat now. Jordan eats meat now.
The only thing that I would say that would, if I'm to go into more depth about it, is after you've trained, you want protein and carbs mainly. Little bit of fats, but you want to replenish your glycogen without slowing down digestion with the fats. So
that's science.
Protein and carbs. And just hammer it in. Eat. Just eat. There's no special meal that's great for after a leg session.
It's all about recovery.
Cane or knee. I'm trying to build muscle, but I'm also a full-time footballer training 2 hours a day. Goalkeeper. How should I split my protein to carb ratio? This is all down to you. These type of questions, I go into depth when I'm coaching people, when I'm doing the online coaching stuff. If you want online coaching, my email's there. Little plug. But in terms of like what you should do is have carbs, liquid carbs that you can drink during your training.
What's liquid carbs?
So like Vitago, waxy maize, even Lucozade if you don't have money for like Vitago and stuff, but Vitago does actually work out cheaper in the long run. Have bananas on standby, fast acting carbs that will, so you're not burning energy, you're supplying the energy for that session.
What about flapjacks?
Flapjacks, they normally have fat in it, so it will slow down the digestion, so you won't get the energy when you want it.
Oh, I really like flapjacks.
James McCormack, I recognize that name too. What foods would you recommend a guy of about 17 eating to gain mass? It's not different food types, it's numbers. This is okay, so I'm gonna say this for the last time.
Wait. Hold up. He said he's 17, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm 17.
Did I tell you to eat any specific foods?
You eat food and you lift heavy.
Yeah. there's no special specific food. If you are at the point where you're like, oh, I want to count my macros, I want to make sure I'm in a surplus, blah blah blah, and you're at that stage after lifting for a couple of years, you're just filling numbers. So people would say the thing of, oh, what's better, if it fits your macros or bro foods and all of this kind of stuff. So you got bro foods, you got if it fits your macros, but then I turn to someone and they go, oh, you do bro foods, I do IIFYM. And I was like, so what, you have a number of carbs, number of protein, number of fats, number of fiber, micronutrients, and you fill it with different foods that you like. That's what I do with bro foods as well. But I just chose not to eat the stuff that makes me tempted to eat more. I could eat Haribo, biscuits and all that kind of stuff before training, during my workout, but no, I chosen to have Vitago and a banana because if I unleash that pack of biscuits, it's gone. The mental stability that you need when you're cutting down for stuff like that, and even when you're just generally doing any type of meal plan, the mental strength that you need to do certain things like that, some people don't have it.
It's a madness.
So I can accept that I don't have it. So I'm not gonna have biscuits in the cupboard. I could fit them into my macros, but I'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna have 1 Snickers and 2 and 6 and oh no, actually they're all gone. Sorry, they're all gone.
They're all gone. Sorry.
It's just numbers. So stop thinking that there is a special food or
this is the formula
what would you recommend? What I recommend is to eat.
You think you're the guy for that? Look at your straight face. You think you're the guy? Oh no.
What are the best foods for a high protein breakfast?
That's a slightly better one because that's a more specific question. I was gonna go, hey, you asking another food question, mate? Food question. Can't be like, no. But that's a better question. That's
You
better
spat on my arm.
because it's rub it in. It's cream.
That's what you've been doing with your hands, isn't it? That's what you've been doing with your hands. You already know about this cocoa butter, fam.
That's a much more concentrated question, which makes more sense. So, what high protein foods can I eat for breakfast? It's still the same kind of answer of just look for foods that you like, which are high protein. So, like steak is good. Chicken, like I can eat chicken for breakfast. I don't know about you.
No, you seen what I've eaten.
I can eat everything.
I could tear it up.
So, if you eat pork, which I don't, you can eat sausages. There's like
You don't eat pork.
There's like bacon if you want it. There's eggs, but eggs make my stomach go a bit funny, so I don't really eat them. But yeah, so eggs, steak, sausages, bacon,
Turkey bacon.
yeah, turkey bacon, Greek yogurt, which is banging, or even whey isolate. Whey isolate is something that I have in the morning because sometimes I don't want like that kind of meat sauce in the morning. One thing that a lot of people just forget to do is self-assess. I don't get it. Like they go and ask questions, but you've never sat down and self-assess. Self-assessment for anything is the most powerful tool that you've got for business, for physique, for everything. If you're eating small portions and the weights that you're lifting in the gym are decreasing, you're not eating enough. That's a self-assessment to say I'm not eating enough. If you're eating a certain amount, you're going in, you're smashing the weights, but you're putting on weight too fast, then you're eating too much. I think people like to overcomplicate everything, but in reality, things
You
are
actually
just
messed me up, you know, because
really simple.
I was actually think I never think it like that. You know, you just don't think, because
No one thinks of it like that until you say it.
back in the day, if I didn't train, I would eat much more and get depressed because then run, eating, getting fat and crap like that. But now, I feel good, you know what I'm saying? I still know that if I was to train next week, or if I was to train today or train tomorrow, I'll still be able to lift the same. However, obviously you have to take it easy, don't rush into it before I pull something. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, generally, guys, like for real, like everyone my age, like between my age and like, I don't know, 20 and below, like there's nothing special to gym. People just make it sound special.
And people try to overcomplicate certain exercises, and they're like, "Oh, do this." No, you're building a core, you're building a base, you're building a foundation. You wouldn't put a roof on a house that you haven't built yet. It doesn't make any sense. You build the bricks first. You build even before the bricks, you're putting the foundation down. Then you're putting the bricks up. Then you're putting the roof. But everyone wants to go straight to the roof, and it makes no sense.
Yeah, for real. Like if you
It's
don't
like
know
people
all the
with like
complexities,
a Vauxhall Nova and they put a Skyline spoiler on it.
I don't know cars, but that sounds lit.
What are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. You have a 1.2 inch. Oh man. Alright, but that's it. That's it for this Q&A. I hope it's been helpful, especially getting your questions in as well as Jordan's questions.
It's called the Young Jameis.
I didn't plan none.
The name's Young Jameis.
I just freestyle. His name Young Jameis. I'm Big G. I'm saying.
I'm Big G.
We're going from New York, you know.
Oh God, man, stop.
You know what I'm saying? You know, of course, that's how we roll down in
Then down to his house.
Yeah.
you know what's going on.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the video. I want you to make sure you subscribe and hit that like button.
And shout out young Jameis.
Yeah,
on the Snapchat.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Snapchat.
So yeah,
MAGIKS mad.
But anyway, we're gonna be serious now. But yeah, thanks for watching. Follow Jordan on Snapchat, Insta, everything.
Oh yeah, hit me up on that.
My Insta, Snap.
No one cares about you. It's about me.
But anyway, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. We are out. Peace.
Oh.